Have you ever loved others so much that you forget to love yourself? I did, and I didn't even realize it. You see, prior to moving to California here in the US, I was an expat in Singapore with my family. I was thriving in my career, taking on leadership roles in marketing, leading Asia Pacific. That meant I was traveling often, I was frequently away from my family. I missed so many of their milestones, my children's first steps, their first solids, and even their first day of school. I didn't even get to spend as much quality time with Sunny as I would like. At first, I rationalized this and said, I'm an expat, so I have to work and I have to progress in my career in order to afford the lifestyle that we had, the two nannies that were taking care of my children, and the international school that my children were attending. However, my children, they weren't happy. My husband, Sonny, he wasn't happy. And I knew deep inside I wasn't happy either. That is why, when the opportunity to move to California came about, I thought this was the perfect time to start afresh, to reinvent myself from being a career woman to being a wife and a mother. I was going to put my family first and myself last. I was going to make up for lost time, for all those times I wasn't present or involved in their lives. And that's exactly what I did. I made sure they settled in. My children, they were able to adapt to the new environment, to the new school, and I will support my husband as he takes on a new career and new role in the organization. At first, things seemed to be going well. My family was happy, definitely. But then again, I wondered, okay, now that everyone has found their places and have settled, what about me? I was known as Chloe's mom, Hannah's mom, later on Lily's mom, and Sunny's wife. But apart from my role in the family, who was I? What happened to me? I felt that my identity was lost. I didn't really know what I wanted anymore, and I really stopped dreaming. While going through the motion and taking on the new role of being a involved parent and supportive wife, deep inside I really felt lost and empty. This negative feeling started to grow and I started resenting my role to the point that I wondered, did I make a mistake? I prayed and I asked the Lord's help to find myself again. He answered me through conversations with my husband and my children. When my husband would ask, what is it that you want to do? Maybe now's the time to think about it. Or when my children would ask, what do you do when we're not around, Mom? Sure enough, I said, yeah, you know what? I should really be thinking of that, right? The Lord made it known to me through my prayers and conversations that He made me for more than my role, at least the role that I put myself in. I was blessed because He brought me people that inspired me with their own personal journey, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to rediscover myself again. During this process of self discovery, God led me to a good friend of mine's social page. It was actually Gail's social page. She posted G and I's talk, and I was like, what is this G and I, Girls Night In? And then the first talk I saw was actually Facing Inner Monsters by Sis Vea Lim Vinas. And I was like thinking, that's an interesting talk. What do I have to lose? It's pandemic anyway. I attended the talk and I'm glad I did. She talked about fear, anxiety, worry, guilt. Check, check, check. That was all me. I felt that talk was made for me and God was speaking through her to get to me. And the breakout room, oh, let me tell you about it. I was sharing and talking with sisters that, you know what, they were on a similar journey as me. I really felt, okay, there's a sense of camaraderie here. I am not alone. I may be going through this, but so are many people. And that feeling made me say, okay, this is the first step. I must take the first step to really fix this. I must admit to myself that I've not really let go of the past guilt I had, that I've not let go of my fear and worry of making mistakes again, the same mistakes as in the past. And so acknowledging that and articulating that was really my first step to doing better, to getting better, and loving myself again. As I accepted those inner monsters existed within me, I also accepted and made the commitment to let them go. I need to make space to not only love my family, but also love myself. And once I made this commitment and decision, I started discovering my purpose, what God really wanted me to do. He really told me that, you know what, through Him, I can do all these roles He's given me. I don't have to sacrifice myself to support my family or to be part of their lives. I just needed to really align myself to Him. And every time I attended the GNI talks, I felt that He was constantly affirming my decisions. I'm happy to tell you that I'm pursuing my master's in education, a purpose that I've set aside for a while, and I'm here committed to complete it. And at the same time, I took my brave step, or the first step, to starting my own preschool. You know, I'm still a work in progress. Sometimes I doubt myself, sometimes I put myself last. But now that I'm more self-aware, now that I have a support system of not just my family, but of sisters who continue to inspire me and cheer me on, I know I can do this. I know I can get better and I'll be able to pursue my dreams. After all, you know, God anointed us to fulfill all the roles that He's given us. These roles are His gift to us, and He will equip us to be able to fulfill them excellently and successfully. So whenever I feel in doubt, or whenever I feel that my love tank is low, I know God has given me not only my family, but my sisters in Christ to help me get back on track and fill that love tank. I'm glad that I found GNI and the friends I made in the process. Happy first anniversary, GNI. Continue to bless and empower more women. To God be the glory.